Okay, well, a week has passed since I started making this video. Let me explain. I ran into some problems, if you couldn't tell, while I was putting her together for the first time. Now, the first problem I was having was trying to figure out how to have her stand with the hair. She's going to be looking a little bit downward most of the time, but as you can see, it doesn't have to be like that, and she can also move her hair to the side, and she can look up a lot better, so you can even tell from this angle. It's all about positioning, right? Another one of the issues that I ran into quickly after that was I could not, for the life of me, get her hairpiece off so that I could change her faces. On these kinds of imports, if you're familiar with them at all, you know that they have face plates that they come with to be switched off instead of whole heads. It's more or less to save plastic, I guess, or to be able to give you more heads with the same amount of plastic or more faces with whatever it may be. They just do that. With the Sailor figures, and with us, just as I refer to the ones behind me, yes, with all the Sailor figures, you have to take off their bangs first. Get your hand out of the way. There you go. To get to the faceplate, because the bangs, of course, hang down over the head. But I couldn't get it off for the life of me. I had to have my husband come home that night and help. So we're finishing the video now, a week later. But you can see, obviously, I have her here with her angry face on, her battle face, as you might say. And this is how they kind of go with the pigs. They're very disturbing. Now let's take a look at the other options for faces. I've been really debating, and I'm trying to get some better light here, but really debating whether these two are different at all. Let me see if I can get them out and show you what I mean. Oh, shit. I was trying to avoid that, but I did it anyway. Yes. Let's see here. These two. Where's the camera? Are they different at all? I have to be missing something, right? This kid from the neighborhood park, if you heard that. I'm just trying to, like, study these. I think there's something somewhat different about the eyes and the lips. Like maybe this is more of a pleased face and this is more of a stern face. It's, keeps unfocusing. It's really honestly hard to differentiate. So that's one thing. Yeah, you can see the lips. I just want to focus, but you can see the lips on this one are not smiling as much. But that's the one that one of those is one of the ones she came with. And the third for her being the kind of like at peace face for when she like uses her power or, you know, travels through time, does whatever it is she's doing. And she also comes with, of course, as I have knocked a bunch of them out of the case just now, so none of them are where they belong in the case, except for the fists, her extra hands. So let's give her, let's put the angry face back on. I really like the angry face, the battle face. So to do that, if you're not sure, I would not hold her the way I was just holding her. I would hold her by like the torso or something, or even better, around the hairpiece, because you don't want to break that on accident or snap this knob here. It's a hairpiece, yes, but it is a knob also. So you want to put the face on first. I can't get that out of the way or get anything to focus. Face on first. Gotta line up the holes. And shabing. Where did I put the hairpiece? There it is. And the hairpiece. Looks like me right now. Put that on next. And ta-da! Now I did run into an additional additional issue in the spare parts back together with this figure, and for whatever reason, I lost this connecting piece immediately, this piece that wraps around their waist. Thankfully, this is one that my husband had from his imports spare, for who knows what figure. So yeah, we can use that to kind of show you a bit of how you can pose her. And obviously, you know, before you do that, just in case you're unfamiliar with imports, some of the basic body stuff. The head, there is this, like, I'm not showing you in the camera, there is this movement you can do with the torso, and that's a lot of how you're going to get her to be able to look up or forward at all with this long hair piece, because it's attached to the head like that, so when it moves, the head goes as well. But then if you try to put the head directly just up, it will run into the back of her. And that's just kind of how it is. So you can tilt it off to the side, you can adjust the way that her kind of torso is, and the body positioning to keep that kind of from being an issue, okay? Other than that, now, if her arm pops off in this, don't freak out, because it seems to have a tendency to do that, but it does just snap back on. So she has the standard SH Figuarts, very tender, very fragile joints. You know, it's pretty much, it's the standard sailor stuff. So if you have any of the sailor figures, Sailor Guardian figures, flip her hair up in this weird direction. So, oh, I can't do that. Is her arm in the way? That's why her arm's in the way. Okay. I look at the back. I really like the shading on the hair. I think they did a great job. She's got her nice little bow, standard boots and legs. I'm sorry, I'm giving you upskirt. It's not what I'm trying to do there. I'm not looking at the camera. I'm looking at what I'm doing. My bad. And I am, with her, I'm finding that I want to be very gentle with the whole head situation, just because of the hair and everything. I just feel like it would be super easy to pull this up too far on accident and snap the head off completely. And based on how all the jointage looks in there, I don't know if that would be something I'd be able to fix. As for, let's see, one cool feature, oh, I don't want to show you the back because it's pervy. One feature the a lot of the Figuarts have is, I don't know if you could see that, but the leg kind of pops up a little bit. You see how it is there, that's standard, and then boink, it pops up. So that gives her more movement, more room for movement. Of course, the skirt does hinder movement a fair bit as well. However, this being Pluto, pop the leg back up, pop that one back up. Not such a big issue. Now, let's talk about the staff. It seems that they made the staff with as many points to be able to put her hand as possible. So it comes apart in several places so that you can slip this holding hand, slip the thingy through that at whichever point in the staff that you want to do that. So it breaks apart there. It breaks apart, I thought there was one more here. No, it breaks apart up here. So she can hold it up here as well. And then it also, I'm not really sure why, has this part come off. I assume just for storage, because that doesn't really do anything. She doesn't ever hold this, right? That's not a thing, right? Yeah, I've seen it all. I should know this. But yeah, it's really cool. It is fairly flimsy. So you want to be careful with it, but she can hold it from many different places, and I think that's cool. Let's go ahead and put her peaceful face on and have her just kind of stand here and hold her spear thing, her thing. I know words. We're going to switch this peaceful face on. I do not know if it's possible to put the other Sailor Guardian faces on the wrong Sailor Guardians. I don't know if that's something that you're capable of doing. But I'd be curious, just because she has a little bit limited facial, like, range, you know? Do I have another hand that holds the staff? I do. Let's see if we can get both hands on the staff. Oh, gosh. I'm so sketched out about pulling the hands off of these import figures because they are so tiny. So delicate. Oh, Jesus. See, like that, I almost just broke it there on accident. Like, these things are not messing around. Almost did it again. Partway on. There we go. Whew. Alright, now. Not worry about her head right now. One hand. We're going to have to put both hands on this, right? Alright, so her shoulders kind of rotate. I'm not even showing you what I'm doing. Her shoulders kind of rotate in a way that should allow her to hold. She can at least hold it like this. Okay, let me see. Let me see. We're gonna see if we can slide that without breaking her wrists. Get that hand into that. Is this not gonna fit in there? This is the hand meant for holding this, is it not? Or is that a trigger finger? Is this not the hand that's meant to hold this? Hang on, I'm questioning everything now. Yeah, okay, so I guess this hand is not meant to hold it, but it does hold it if you really try. Now I'm looking back at the ones in the box. So she isn't supposed to hold this with one hand. I say screw that, give her both hands. And now, can we adjust this all? There we go, there you go. Now it's more upright. And then she can even, she put her hair that way. Let me see. This becomes the hardest part, the head adjustment. That's definitely the case for this figure, but this is gonna look so good when she's put up. Now, for her, I think it might be easier. Let me see if it's easier to put her on this, and then adjust her head. This thing, that's the only problem here is, this peg here, this peg, is shorter. Usually they're this length on this peg, but for some reason this peg is shorter. I imagine it has something to do with the weight of her hair or something, but it is shorter, so that does make it a little bit hard for her to do the more flying kinds of poses. And now here we see where I have them put on their little floating shelf. These two have their battle faces on, so I should probably end up changing their faces. And next to the other sailors, you can see they did make an effort to put her skin tone a little bit darker. Obviously, in the original manga, it's clearly darker than tan. But they did, you know, try to go, I guess, a middle ground between the original anime and the original manga. So that's their middle ground. They didn't make her pasty, so I think that's, you know, it's a partial win. I just really like looking at them. I think they look great. And here's Jupiter. Hell yeah, girls. This is a Sailor Moon themed banner I have behind where I have the sailors. I will link it in the description if I remember. It's a great Canadian artist. Until I get my next sailor. See you, ladies. I gotta switch their faces and make them look happier and not more angry. Be like Pluto. I'm glad I got the other hand to fit on there. I think it looks good. Two-hand team.